The year is 1398. The once mighty Knights of the Teutonic Order, famous for their crusade against the pagans in Lithuania, now face an unexpected enemy, pirates. These raiders, known as the Victual Brothers, have transformed the island of Gotland into their stronghold, terrorizing the Baltic trade routes. To understand how one of the most powerful military orders of the Middle Ages ended up fighting pirates, we must go back a few decades. The late 14th century was a period of turmoil in Northern Europe. Denmark and Sweden were embroiled in a bitter power struggle. On the one side stood Queen Margaret I of Denmark, a shrewd and ambitious ruler seeking to unite Scandinavia. Opposing her was King Albert of German noble origin, fighting to maintain control over the Swedish throne. During his conflict, both sides relied heavily on mercenaries. One such group was the Victual Brothers, originally hired in 1392 by King Albert to break the Danish blockade of Stockholm. However, when the war ended, these mercenaries refused to disband. Instead, they turned to piracy, preying on merchant ships and looting coastal towns, and even attacking the Hanseatic League, a powerful trading network dominating Northern Europe's commerce. Founded in the late 12th century, originally to protect Christian pilgrims in the Holy Land, the Teutonic Order had shifted its focus to crusades in Eastern Europe, particularly against pagan Lithuanians. By the late 14th century, however, these campaigns were drawing to a close, with Lithuania's Christianization under Grand Duke Jogaila, who became King Wladislav II. In 1386, the Teutonic Order found itself in need of a new mission. The growing threat of piracy in the Baltic provided just that. The Teutonic Grand Master Conrad von Jungingen recognized the Victual Brothers as a destabilizing force, undermining trade and weakening alliances, and spreading chaos across the region. Determined to restore order, he decided to launch a decisive campaign against the pirates. In the spring of 1398, von Jungingen assembled a formidable force. A fleet of warships carried an army of 3,000 battle-hardened Teutonic Knights and foot soldiers across the Baltic. As the Teutonic forces landed on Gotland's shores, they encountered fierce resistance. The pirates, though lacking discipline, were experienced, well versed in the island's rugged terrain. They employed guerrilla tactics, ambushing the knights as they advanced inland. However, the Teutonic Order's superior organization and training, and heavy armor, gave them the upper hand. The knights swept across Gotland, systematically dismantling the pirates' strongholds. They burned outposts, destroyed hidden camps, and crushed any opposition they encountered. The decisive confrontation took place in Visby, where the last major contingent of the Victual Brothers made their stand. A brutal siege occurred, leading to intense street-to-street combat as the knights pushed through the city's defenses. Outnumbered and outmatched, the pirates fought desperately, but the outcome was inevitable. By the time the battle had ended, Visby was firmly in the Teutonic hands. Many of the pirate leaders were either slain in battle, executed afterwards, or fled into hiding, never to re-emerge again as a significant force. Despite their victory, the Teutonic Knights never fully integrated Gotland into their state. While they had succeeded in eliminating the pirate threat, the island was not a core part of their long-term strategy. Instead, they held onto Gotland for a decade before selling it to Queen Margaret of Denmark in 1408. This marked the end of Teutonic involvement in Gotland's affairs and solidified Denmark's control over the island. The defeat of the Victual Brothers restored a degree of stability to Baltic trade, but piracy in the region was never fully eradicated.